There's a nationwide consensus that if local governments had more autonomy and were not just appendages of state governors, we might see more development at that level. And our guest on the program agrees with this. Comrade Ambali Olatunji is the president of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees and has vowed to actualize local government autonomy by any means necessary. Comrade Olatunji, welcome to Dateline Abuja.
Thank you very much.
I want to talk to you about autonomy and why it's so important. You know, we're looking at local government autonomy, of course. You vowed when you came into office that you would ensure that we have local government autonomy in this country. Why is local government autonomy so important?
We are key players when it comes to practitioners in local government system, and we've been there over years. We have seen a lot of improvement and retrogression when it comes to policies of assault. For us in local government system, we believe that local government is the most strategic system of government, the closest, most important, most relevant tier of government to the people, because that's a point of contact between Nigerian people and governance. Most Nigerian people has no access to modern system of government. So for us, we also did a demographic survey that came out to say that over 65% of Nigerian population reside in the rural areas. So which means we only have about 30% residing in within the cosmopolitan city. And democracy, if it's about the given dividends of democracy to the people, it must target the larger percentage of the people. So for us, once the foundation is weak, the building cannot stand. The first and the most important, according to history, in terms of government, is the local government system. During the native authority, it has been in existence before the amalgamation of Nigeria. And when the colonial master came, they didn't abolish it. They improved on it. Yes.
My question really is about its autonomy.
Yes.
Why is it so important for local governments to be autonomous?
Yes. If we don't go back
financially, especially.
If we don't go back to the history, we may not be getting it right. That's why I'm putting it in clear perspective. If we had this so good in the past, when local government was able to tar roads and also trying to make sure they stem spate of insecurity, because before the gradual depletion of the powers and function of local government, we haven't gotten it bad like this, where we have terrorism, we have banditry, we have Boko Haram, we have insurgency everywhere. How did local government used to do it?
At what point did local governments stop being that effective?
Yes, by 1999 Constitution, there was a lacuna in 1999 Constitution under Section 7, 1, A and B. The first one it says, which was even very good, is guaranteeing democratic system of government in local government level. But because of the greed, the over-domineering power and lust for power by the state political elite, by the governors and the actors in the state level, they decided to seize local government political autonomy. They dissolved democratically elected political leaders in local government and imposed on the local government their cronies, who are their surrogates, as chairmen of caretaker committees and administrators. And by that implication, since those who do not enjoy the mandate of the people, they are no longer accountable to the people. And people lost interest in our democracy. That is the first one. And what they now did is, even in area that they say they are conducting election, what we are witnessing is charade. What we are witnessing is what we tag appointment, promotion, and coronation.
We've identified how effective the local governments were in the past. We've talked about when it went wrong and what are the problems. So we've identified what the issue is. You're coming now to say that we are going to ensure that local governments have autonomy. How are you going to do that?
After our public rally sensitization here and there, the 8th National Assembly passed a bill guaranteeing local government autonomy. And that was as a result of referendum conducted. At the referendum at the zonal level, across the country, over 90% of participants, Nigerians, voted for local government autonomy. And even the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, affirmed openly that is going to ensure local government is granted full autonomy.
So what's the challenge?
Now, when we did that, the bill was transmitted to the State House of Assembly. Only 9 of them passed it, 2 voted against it, and the majority, they abandoned it. they discontinue the debate. That's why we are at this level again. And don't forget, around that time too, the bill for autonomy of the state judiciary and the parliamentary was also given that approval. But surprisingly, even at the parliament level, in the state level, they even declared to grant themselves autonomy.
That's actually the next question I had for you. When it comes to the state level,
Mm.
financial autonomy for the judiciary, does it exist in any states
Well,
in this
you
country?
can't say it exists. But you see, interestingly, we are not getting it right. We have different arms of government. If we say judiciary, the executive, legislative, and judiciary, they exist. What we need to do is that who should be responsible for funding judiciary?
Well, the state governments actually committed. They committed to implementing financial autonomy
let me
for
tell you, at
state
what
judiciary.
level? Saying is different from doing.
So you don't trust the
We
state
don't.
governments?
So with our experience in local government, we know that, like for example, when we nearly actualized local government autonomy, the federal government brought in NFIU, which is a financial intelligence unit, to control the funding in local government. These people, through the back door, go back to court, and they stall the performance of NFIU. So, you know, because they have enjoyed this power, enormous power, it will be difficult until Labour really ensure that the agreement they are going to sign with them should be expressly stated. Not that they make a pronouncement, forum of governors make a pronouncement. No, that is political. For us in Labour, we want to see a written document, clearly stipulated terms of agreement. And until we are able to do that, all this saying, we don't believe it in Labour. Because we have experience we know have governors who choose to disobey court order.
There's a bill asking that local governments be delisted from the constitution.
Yes. The National Assembly need to be careful so that their name is not dragged into the mud. If democracy and the people own the sovereignty of democracy, people decided they want autonomy. Is Bob Solomon bill in the House a reflection of the wishes of his people? And no federal government, no unitary system of government can meet the political need and aspiration of the people. So at that level, you need an inclusive government at lower level, whereby people will have a platform to be involved in democracy.
So so that we can be clear, you do not think that the local governments in Nigeria right now are effective?
Yes, because they are resources.
Yes, they are effective.
Yeah, they are not effective. They are castrated as a result of criminal diversion, pilfering, and outright stealing of local government fund by state actors using the jack, which is a lacuna in the constitution. The dream of the founding fathers is clear, that let us have a pool of fund under joint account allocation committee. When you look at the constitution section 7, it says appropriation of public fund to local government should be through jack, which will be legislated by the state houses of assembly. But instead of them bringing, the law says you bring federal allocation meant for local government into that pool. You also calculate 10% of IGR by every state. You put it in that pool of fund, and you redistribute to local government equally. Now, instead of them doing that, they are not even contributing ₦1. What they do is to even pilfer the local government fund.
We're going to have to end it there. Thank you so much, Comrade Olatunji, for being with us on Dateline.
My pleasure.
What makes the Wulumo community so pathetic is how close it is to the seat of power. I mean, not only is it located in the Abuja Municipal Area Council, but it's also close to the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, which means that anyone, including the president who lands there, has seen this area. We do hope the FCT authorities investigate the plight of Wulumo and take necessary action soon. That's our show this week. Please let us know the happenings in your neighborhood using the social media handles showing right now on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kayla Magwa. See you next time.